Wellness was the focus for more than 500 Metro High School students today.
6 News' Philip Katafamo spoke with organizers about why it's so important.
This is always our favorite day of the year, so to see it grow with more booths, more students, more everything has been fantastic.
High school is a time of transition, and with that comes change. The Kim Foundation hopes to make it all a little easier with its annual Youth Summit.
This age, some of them, especially juniors, seniors, are trying to figure out what's next. Am I going to trade school? Am I going to college? Am I not going to do school? What does that look like for me? And introducing them to the different options that are here today as well really helps.
On Thursday, students heard from guest speakers, checked out booths, and learned about resources available to them. Eben Streit says conversations around mental health are especially important with this age group.
They're figuring out who they are. Some of them may be experiencing anxiety or depression for their first time. Some may have experienced it since they were really young, but they're coming of age and being able to advocate for themselves more. So this age is really important. And we really believe that the earlier we can connect people to the resources and the information, the better chance they're going to have at a healthier, successful life.
Eben Streit says the stigma around mental health is changing. Students are opening up more to peers about their mental state.
Just to see that positive change, to me, just fills my heart and it makes me so excited. And I think it just really provides us hope that, we're seeing this change now and what trickle effect that can have on society overall.
There are warning signs to look out for if your student is experiencing depression or anxiety, like changes in routines or behaviors.
If you're noticing change in sleeping habits, eating habits, maybe they're withdrawing from activities, hygiene changes. So there's a lot of changes.
If you notice any changes, it's important to talk with your child to let them know you care. On your side in Bellevue, Philip Katafamo, 6 News.
There are resources available with this story on our website. Just go to WOWT.com.